Welcome back to Encyclotech English channel. In this video we will be reviewing the amazing iPhone 14 and 14 Plus. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. So without further ado, let's begin. Introducing the most awaited Apple iPhone 14 and 14 Plus. This phone comes with great improvements and developments as compared with its predecessor. Moving on with in-box contents. So just like last year, it comes with iPhone 14 itself and a USB-C to Lightning cable and some documents. Moving ahead with physical overview. So on right hand side we have the power lock unlock button. On the left hand side we hand volume rockers and ring or silent toggle. Surprisingly, the iPhone 14 series doesn't have a SIM tray. Only eSIM is supported. On the bottom we have a Lightning connector, built-in microphones followed by built-in stereo speakers. Moving on with size and weight. It is 5.78 inches by 2.8 inches by 0.31 inches. And weight is approximately 172 grams. Moving on with the display. It has Super Retina XDR display, with 6.1-inch OLED panel, 2532 by 1170 pixel resolution at 460 pixels per inch, HDR display, True Tone, White Color P3, Haptic Touch, 2:1 contrast ratio, typical 800 nits max brightness, typical 1200 nits peak brightness, HDR fingerprint resistant oleophobic coating, support for display of multiple languages and characters simultaneously. It's pretty huge. Moving on, it's rated IP68 with maximum depth of 6 meters up to 30 minutes, under IEC standard 60529. Which is very good. Moving on with the chipset. A 15 Bionic chip, 6-core CPU with 2 performance and 4 efficiency cores, 5-core GPU and 16-core neural engine. Moving on with the camera. It has a dual camera setup, which is as follows. 12 megapixels main, 26mm f1.5 aperture, sensor shift optical image stabilization, 7-element lens, 100% focus pixels, 12 megapixels ultra wide, 13mm f2.4 aperture and 120 degrees field of view, 5-element lens, 2x optical zoom out, digital zoom up to 5x, sapphire crystal lens cover, True Tone flash, photonic engine, deep fusion, smart HDR4, portrait mode with advanced bokeh and depth control, portrait lighting with 6 effects, night mode, panorama up to 63 megapixels, photographic styles, white color capture for photos and live photos, lens correction, ultra wide, advanced red eye correction, auto image stabilization, burst mode, photo geotagging, image formats captured, HEIF and JPEG. Moving on with video recording. 4K video recording at 24 fps, 25 fps, 30 fps, or 60 fps, 1080p HD video recording at 25 fps, 30 fps, or 60 fps, 720p HD video recording at 30 fps, cinematic mode up to 4K HDR at 30 fps, action mode up to 2.8 kelvins at 60 fps, HDR video recording with Dolby Vision up to 4K at 60 fps, slow-mo video support for 1080p at 120 fps or 240 fps, time-lapse video with stabilization, night mode time-lapse, quick take video, sensor shift optical image stabilization for video, main 2x optical zoom out, digital zoom up to 3x, audio zoom, True Tone flash, cinematic video stabilization, 4K, 1080p and 720p, continuous autofocus video, take 8 megapixels still photos while recording 4K video, playback zoom, video formats recorded, HEVC and H.264 and stereo recording. Let's now go through true depth camera. It has 12 megapixels camera with f1.9 aperture, autofocus with focus pixels, 6-element lens, retina flash, photonic engine, deep fusion, smart HDR4, portrait mode with advanced bokeh and depth control, portrait lighting with 6 effects, Animoji and Memoji, night mode, photographic styles, wide color capture for photos and live photos, lens correction, auto image stabilization, burst mode, 4K video recording at 24 fps, 25 fps, 30 fps, or 60 fps, 1080p HD video recording at 25 fps, 30 fps, or 60 fps, cinematic mode up to 4K HDR at 30 fps, HDR video recording with Dolby Vision up to 4K at 60 fps, slow-mo video support for 1080p at 120 fps, time-lapse video with stabilization, night mode time-lapse, quick take video and cinematic video stabilization, 4K, 1080p, and 720p. Let's move ahead with other features, which includes Face ID, Apple Pay, Apple Card, new safety features such as emergency source via satellite and crash detection. Moving towards pricing, iPhone 14 is priced at $799 or 79,999 Indian rupees, and the iPhone 14 Plus is priced at $899 or 89,999 Indian rupees. Moving on with reviews and ratings. It's an expensive device which has tons of new and enhanced features. As per the specifications point of view, the phone is truly valuable and stands out as quite unique. Full 5 stars from our side. It's impeccable. If you do like this video, press the button. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Thanks for watching. Take care. See you in the next one.